Hey everyone, this is Shilpa back with another video, and today is a Q&A video. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, right there and subscribe to my channel. My main reason of making this Q&A video is because I made first video, which was this one. This was about what is MFM all about, because people hardly know about this course altogether. And then I made this video which was answering how to crack GD and PI and the entrance exam of Nift Mfm, which I saw a lot of you respond really well to. After that, I've been getting so many questions on my Instagram, on YouTube comments and everything. It really makes me happy. I got so many questions, you guys asking me different queries, doubts, and I had all these queries when I was signing up for this course, and I had no source, so I thought probably this Q&A is going to help out a lot of people. And surprisingly, to my surprise, there were so many freaking questions. Okay, I was like, ठीक है, 5 चल maximum 10 questions आएंगे. Oh my god guys, there were 23 freaking questions. I can understand your pain, and I'm gonna solve that out because I have taken them all, I've jotted them down, and I'm gonna answer all of them. I'm gonna leave the time stamps in the comments below so that you can go to that particular questions which related to you, because I know your time is important and mine too. So let's just get started with the video. Question number 1: which center is best for MFM? So the top 3 centers for Nift MFM is considered to be Delhi, Mumbai and Bangalore, and of course they compete with each other every year. That's something that happens. But yeah, these are the 3 ones. I've heard that even Hyderabad is really good, like the faculty, infrastructure, administration is really good. So I think that could be another option in case you do not get into either of the 3. Next question: where did I do my bachelor's from? So a lot of people don't know I am a chemical engineer by my bachelor's degree. Yes, I did my chemical engineering 4 years from Bangalore, BMS College of Engineering. People from BMS watching this, comment below and say hi to me. And yeah, after that I worked for 2 years. That's a long story. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to hear my reasons of doing this whole course and taking this decision and all that stuff. That is a whole lot of story altogether, but yeah, keeping it short. And next question: do you think coaching is required for this course? Now, this is a very subjective question that it is asked. It completely depends on your own caliber and where you are with all the information that you are. Now, the thing is, because of all the entrance exams that I had studied in my bachelor's, and of course then so many Q&A you do for placements in like my 4th year engineering, you study a lot about GK and how to answer these general examinations, and stuff, Q&A and stuff. So I could when I saw the sample papers and question papers, I felt that it was comparatively easier for me to answer, and I did not need coaching. And for GD and PI, I did not find the necessity, because group discussion and personal interviews are my strong points. So I did not think that I need a coaching. But if you are somebody who thinks that you need help with general ability test or your GD and PI, then you should probably go for it. I would suggest it, because it can always happen that you have your strong point in one thing and you are not that strong in the other one, and you want to brush that up, so you can go for it. I personally did not go for it. So yeah. Where did I study for fashion GK? So for my fashion GK preparation, I went through a lot of history about the textile, which textile is what, where is it from, and all those things, who's the textile minister, ye wo vagera vagera, all that stuff. For fashion GK, you might also want to brush up yourself and just keep an open mind when you're watching advertisements on TV or YouTube for that matter, because let's say we had a question in our fashion GK that was who's the brand ambassador for Reliance for this so and so season, right? And you would know it if you watch TV, if you pay attention to what is going on around in the world. So that is something that you can do. One of the addition question to that I got was, what are the magazines that you preferred for your GKs and stuff like that. So honestly, I did not go through any like magazines. I just kept myself updated. Like every day there would be a little bit scrolling on the Google to know what is going on around in the world and in the fashion industry. So what I can say that usually it is about the Indian fashion industry a lot, like the companies which are here in India, textile industry in India, but the outside ones in my question paper, a lot of it was not there. I don't know about other people's question paper. Yeah, coming back to magazines, you can of course refer to Vogue, Femina, Cosmopolitan. One of the questions is it worth doing MFM? Again, it's a very subjective question. I would say that it was worth it for me, even if I don't know about monetary wise, it would be immediately effective or not, considering the economy is shit right now. Don't go for any master's course if you do not have any interest in that. If you know what I'm saying. How many hours did I dedicate to prepare for MFM? So I was working while I was preparing for MFM. So I used to do like an hour or maximum 2 hours dedicating to prepare for this, and I literally prepared only for general ability test because of course I had to brush up my general ability skills, I guess. Yeah, like how to do basic math and then answer basic English questions. But yeah, I prepared so that I would be, I have the hang of answering the questions when it is needed. What was my preparation strategy? When I discovered about the whole course and I was sure that I'm gonna appear for this exam and all that stuff, what I did is, first of all, I saw a few past year question papers and tried to understand what is my caliber in terms of what is the paper and what is my understanding if I can answer all these things or not. And then after checking the paper, I could understand that all the other sections I could easily answer without really preparing, because those are very basic things. English is the one that you do in 12th grade, and that's how it's going to be. Case study, you have to apply logical answering, reasoning, all that stuff. You have to apply logic, which I'm okay with, good with doing and answering. The only two places that I thought I'm gonna struggle was maths and GK, because in GK either you know it or you don't know it. There's no middle ground ki acha jugaad laga lenge. Tukka is a different thing altogether, but either you can know it or you can't know it. See, as simple as that. So you need to read up a lot to know things. If it is there, it will help you out, right? Next is maths. I'm slightly weak in maths, let's be honest. Yes, bash me for it in the comment section that you're an engineer and you're not good in maths. It happens, sorry. But I'm not really good in maths, so I was like, okay, this is something that I need to concentrate on. So the time that I spent preparing for general ability test had these two sections that I prepared a lot for, and that's how it happened. I did not really prepare for GD and PI in specific because it completely depended on my personality, my opinion, and the way I plan my flow in the interview. So for GD and PI, what you can do is, well, that's what I did, because just go through few topics that are relevant in this time for group discussions and what is going on in the industry. So once you read up about those things, you will have a certain knowledge about it, and you can form your opinion in the GD round and like say these things very confidently. And for PI, I just I won't kid you, after GD we have our PIs immediately, and while I was waiting for the PI, I just structured what am I gonna say in my introduction thing. So you need to have in mind कि अगर वो पूछेंगे, tell me something about yourself. You need to structure yourself in a way that yeah, this is your name, this is what you've done, and all that stuff. You need to find an answer to the reason why you're going for this course, why it makes so much sense. Do you have any future plans which relates to this? How are you relating your bachelors to this course, and all those things. So you need to have an answer for these questions. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I hope I answered the question. Okay, next question. Do non-fashion companies come for campus placement? They will come for the skill sets that the college is teaching you. What I'm saying is, let's say TCS, which comes to our campus for recruitment, they won't come for like software engineers, as obvious as that. They will come for something as a graphic designer or like, you know, UI UX designers. So these are not completely fashion based, but these are client based projects that people do, and this needs creativity, and that's how they recruit for these skill sets, you know, from our college. So yeah. Okay, one of the questions is really interesting. Is it okay to take up masters in design space after graduating from a non-design background, and will you lag in case you choose? Now, so I have no clue about this since I'm not doing this course, but at the same time I got you covered, my friend, because you asked me this question. I got one of my batchmates, Shreya, here, who answers this question for you.
All those who are thinking of applying for Masters of Designing space, so basic thing that what you need to do before applying for it, well, there is no particular course that you need to do before applying for Masters of Designing. I was a literature student, and after that I did my Masters in Masters Designing, and people from any course can apply for MDes. MDes has two broad categories, that is UX UI and strategy design. UX UI is user interface, user experience, and strategy design is all about branding, brand communication, coming up with strategies. And yes, designing is involved in the sense that solution-based designing or problem-based designing. So it is completely different and has a separate entity in itself. Knitwear design or leather designing, it's nothing like that. Those courses are for bachelors and they are a wholesome, complete course in itself. But MDes is a completely separate. It has a separate entity, separate curriculum about UX UI. I am a brand strategy student, so I think a UX UI student would be better to answer those questions. But as a brand strategist, brand strategy student, I can tell you that we deal with how to market a brand, how to design a structure or a framework to help any company or to help yourself or to come up, with a research project. So we are very research oriented in a designing field too.
And thanks to Shreya for answering this question and helping out my viewers. Next question, how difficult is it to crack the exam? Well, honestly, it's not that difficult. Somebody asked, one of my friends asked, canteen ka khana kaisa tha? Thank you for getting irrelevant questions in my space, but I will answer it. It depends on the caterer. People from Bombay campus will know and relate to this. What types of jobs are offered after Nift Mfm course? Now, this is a question that I have answered in one of my videos. You can be in marketing, you can be in brand management, you can be in buying, sourcing, merchandising, planning, you can be in retail ops, you can be in e-commerce. Is it difficult to clear GD and PI? No, it is not, absolutely not difficult. But if you're somebody who thinks that GD and PI is not your strong point, prepare for it and do not worry too much because it consists only 30% of the whole marking, so it's fine. Do your general ability test properly. GD and PI, you can take care of it, that's not an issue. Types of question for GD and PI. Now, what are the types of questions? So I'm just going to give you my example. I was given a case study in which if basically humor can sell products, it's as simple as that. So that was one of the questions. Few of them had these subjective questions. Few of them had questions very specific to what is going on in the industry. So if you read up, that's when you'll know ki chal kya raha hai and you can answer those things. At Lico Sneakers asked me, what kind of shoes do I like? Anything that fits a foot of 5. I like that. Lico Sneakers, send me. DM me and send me these sneakers. Thanks. How to increase speed while answering these questions? Now, this is a great question. Now, it is a lot about speed, because you need to make sure that you finish in the given time. That is, I think, 3 hours or 2.5 hours, I'm not sure. But you need to finish in the given time frame. Now you need to have a strategy in place. First of all, answer everything you know first. That's what I did. Second, leave all the sections which scare you or you think you're not good at it. Just, you know, pass through it, or like just see it through in the first go. If you don't know the answer, don't think about it, move on, answer all the questions first which you know, and then come back to the stuff that you don't know. And you need to give time to each section. Like, have it in your head that if there are 4 questions in English, let's say, and it has 5 questions each, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on your caliber, decide that time. But decide that time and stick to it during the exam. And that's what is going to help you out while answering all these questions in general ability test. I could not answer a lot of maths question, but that did not mean कि मैं जो आते हैं मैं वो छोड़ के आ गई थी. मैंने पहले सारा कुछ अटेम्प्ट किया जो मुझे आता था, बहुत आसानी से मैं आंसर कर सकती थी. एंड देन आई वेंट बैक टू द स्टफ जहाँ टाइम लगेगा करने में. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैथ्स नीड अ लिटिल टाइम, ठीक है. लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता है. तो ऑल दोज थिंग्स यू अटेम्प्ट लेटर. You attempt the ones that you know first, and that is the strategy I used, and it worked perfectly fine, and that's going to maintain the speed that you have. One of the questions is, when will the forms be out? When is the process of admission starting? Okay, first of all, I am not an insider from the admin department. मुझे नहीं पता if it is not there online. What you need to do, my friend, is go to Google, type MFM 2021 exam, and you will get everything. Okay, one of the questions that is asked is, if we get any center except the top 3, is it worth it to do MFM from NIFT? Now, I would say even I've heard that Hyderabad is really good. Like, the faculty and the infrastructure and the admin is really good for MFM, so it's pretty good. And Delhi, Bombay, and Bangalore is pretty good. You get more opportunities because in the city, all the brands are there, all the companies are there, you know, the stuff that's going to give you actual experience, you know, apply what you've studied. So that's why even I had that in mind while getting in, that if none of the top 3, that I'm not going to do it. So this is my personal view, but if you think that the course is more important to you and the degree is more important to you, and you can, you know, do your course and figure all the things out later by yourself, you can. I would have not personally gone for any other center if not the top 3. So I hope I answered that. Yeah, so I hope I answered all the questions, and if you still feel you have a lot of queries, leave them in the comment section, and I'll see if I want to do a part 2. If I see a lot of people coming up and asking a lot of different questions again, and I feel that these are supposed to be answered to you guys before you go for your exams, I will surely do the videos. So comment below if you still have any query, and I'll see. Otherwise, keep following me on Instagram. In case I see there are not, you know, plenty questions to do a YouTube video, I'll quickly answer them on my Instagram. So you can just follow me on Insta, and I will do one of those, you know, stories, highlights I can do, and you can watch it there and get your answers from there. And I hope you like this video. If you did, make sure you will give it a thumbs up, comment below, and share it as much as you can, because this is something that can help out somebody in their career, and that's why I make these videos, answering all your queries regarding Nift Mfm altogether. And yeah, subscribe to my channel because it's absolutely free. And until the next video, bye.